How's it going? Happy Wednesday to everybody.
To the 0 people here.
You're okay.
I'm fine. How are you?
Me, I'm also fine.
That's good.
A little ghostly looking.
Well, it's just your phone.
Yeah.
So we are back outside. It's nice and it's a very nice night out. It's been much nicer recently. It was really cold last week. That's why we went inside. Is this falling over? Anyway, so much nicer today. And
Yeah, we had a couple weeks of like freezing / nearly freezing temperatures, like almost freezing overnight, enough to kill all the dahlias. So I spent a couple hours today
hey, Jorge.
digging up dahlias.
Is that George?
George, that's
the drone.
The drone guy.
Yeah.
Hello, how's it going?
That
Thanks for
footage
coming.
came out awesome, by the way.
Yeah, I sent it to a bunch of people to watch.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was cool to see the farm from like somebody else's perspective. And
Yeah.
so all the green over there is a hay field that somebody else owns and hays. So hopefully we'll be looking like that someday, looking fresh and nice and clean.
And pastures.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
But it was super cool to see.
It was.
I enjoyed that.
Yes.
A great deal. I was actually wondering if we could link that on like our community tag. Like a Vespa, you don't need a motorcycle license for because it's got like a certain number of cc's.
Mm-hmm.
So drones, like you know how if it's like a
Certain size.
certain level of whatever's.
Hey, Bomber Steve, you need a license with the FAA.
And you need to like register your flights with the FAA.
Right.
And if you fly in like a no-fly zone, they'll like ground your drone, like without you being involved.
So that doesn't need any of that?
It's like a much more low-key, like scooter, not a motorcycle.
Gotcha.
But I thought the video quality was still pretty good.
I thought it was great.
And
yeah.
his wife said to you that the difference, hey Susie, the difference between the footage when you're streaming versus when you're recording, like you
Is
can
way
get
different.
you can get
Yeah.
way better quality footage if you're
I'm sure.
recording instead of streaming.
Right.
And I think we would almost always be streaming. Recording.
Yeah. So if you know if you can link what kind of drone that is, that would be great.
I think he has a technology channel.
Oh, okay. So
And
check
it's
it. Yeah.
solo en español.
Oh,
So,
see?
so we would have
Muy
to
bien.
do some guessing,
Sí.
but I think we could find it.
Hablamos español más o menos.
Un poco.
You want to do the rest of the live
Oh,
en
sí.
español?
El resto de live.
And viva en todo. Right?
Look at you.
Yep.
11 a.m. on the 11th of the 11th, going down the sun in the morning. We will remember them, lest we forget. Oh, he said, "Que bueno."
Que bueno,
Good
sí.
job.
Yeah.
And who else said?
Delia?
Oh, hi. How's it going? Okay. So we made a list of things to talk about
Checked it twice.
because we've been told we're more interesting when we're listed. What do you want to talk about? You know what I want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
The U.S. Postal Service losing packages
Left
for
and right.
7 to 10 days when
Yeah.
they're priority mail, 2 to 3 days shipping.
Yep.
Highly frustrating. My daughter says hi. Hi back to her. Her cats will probably make an appearance.
Yeah, they're running around in the background.
Yeah, we've been cuddling them for the past. We've just been sitting out by the fire for the past like hour, chit-chatting, and
Hey, Jesse.
now the cats have like just decided to leave now that we're going live. But
Yep.
I'm sure the cats will be back.
Yeah.
Oh, so maybe instead we should talk about the pumpkins for Packas. Hey TNS, how's it going?
Sure, we can do that.
Drive carefully.
Yeah. Just listen, no chat.
Yeah. Unless somebody else is driving.
Yeah.
USPS has been awful for the past year or so.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've seen.
Mulberry Branch.
Oh, hey Ashley, how's it going? Ashley and or Mark.
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 Markley.
Oh, here comes one of the cats.
So talk about pumpkins for Packas.
So this weekend we kind of opened up the farm to people in our town. Oh, there we go. Hi, Boris. That's what a good cat. Little purring machine. So we posted on the local Facebook page saying like, hey, if anybody has pumpkins that they want to get rid of, come on by, drop them off. We'll feed them to our chickens, and you can come and visit with the alpacas. So we had a bunch of people, probably like a total of 15.
Yeah, 12 to 15 families.
Come through, and like all different levels of like interest in the
Yeah.
alpacas, or like
Different levels of children.
Yeah.
Some, like really interested. The cats were a big hit.
yes, everybody loved the
Everybody
cats.
loved the cats.
And my dad was in town,
Yeah.
and he loved the cats, which was nice.
Yeah.
So more cats, fewer alpacas.
Well, I actually, and this is a deviation, but I posted on the alpaca rehoming group if anybody had
A young male.
a young male to pair with Felix. And of course, the first comment on it was like, I wouldn't put a young male with. And I was like, well, that's why I said. Anyway.
So what John's talking about, because we have baby Felix. He was a surprise birth. We didn't plan that pregnancy because, you know, alpaca people will tell you and have told us, like, you shouldn't just have one cria at a time. It's better for their development and better for their, you know, integration into herds to have young friends and to be able to like express themselves and kind of grow up as a young alpaca with other young alpacas, which makes total sense. Because like, you know, if you're a human kid, you go to school and you do, hi Bob, you do all your socializing or whatever. You learn how to be a little kid, how to share, how to, you know, not
Learn
have
how
a
to grow up
meltdown.
with other people who are going through the same stuff that you are.
Right. So because Felix is by himself, and we have 3 boys, and we actually moved, this is one of our barns behind me. We moved the boys into this barn and today. And so this is a really big pasture and a really big barn for just 3 boys. And we had kind of been thinking like, okay, we've got 3, 2 are very well bonded, but we've got Carl who came to us by himself. So hopefully Felix and Carl will kind of like glom on to each other, and we'll have 2 like, you know, teams, but you know, give everybody a break from each other if they need it. But I read that that's actually not going to work. The consensus seemed pretty definitive that we can't just drop one young boy into a herd of adult men, basically.
Right. Well, and we had talked to the vet, and the vet had said basically it's a very slow process where you bring him over for like supervised playtime.
Or like just
with the
walk him
boys.
by the boys. Don't
Right.
even let him in. Let them see. Let
So
them
like
sniff.
it's all like a very gradual process, but we could sort of hopefully. Well, I mean, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So we have basically 3 options. So the options are: 1, we painstakingly get him used to the other boys by starting with just like walking him by them so they can see him and get used to him. Then like probably bringing him just into their pasture, you know, separated, and you know, walk him around, and then eventually moving up to like, you know, 5 minutes at a time, hanging out with them, and then, you know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, all the way up until he's okay to be with them. That's option 1. Option 2 is we get another age-appropriate male or 2 to hang out with him and grow up together so that they have their own little herd.
Right.
And option 3 would be to rehome him.
To somebody who has an
somebody
age-appropriate herd for
Right.
him.
And I'm not sure where you're falling on the spectrum of that.
Yeah,
but I'm assuming option 3 is not.
I mean, option 3
Number
is
1.
certainly not ideal. I love him, but
Yeah.
if he's gonna get like
Yeah, we don't want
bullied
anybody
and
to get hurt.
picked on or hurt, yeah.
Susie votes option 2.
Yeah, no big surprise
Yeah.
there. Thanks for weighing in.
Yeah.
Susie, you know what you should do? You should find that person who like stole a whole bunch of stimulus money and started an alpaca farm in Vermont. You should find that guy and like acquire
Somebody did that?
Yeah, you remember hearing about it?
I know. No.
Yeah, but they got caught. Like the government like seized his alpacas.
I wonder what the government does. I don't want to know what the government.
No, I
does
think
with
they
alpacas.
sold them or planned on selling them or in the process of selling them or
I wonder if
whatever.
Rowanwood has a couple little dudes, or maybe morning beckons.
Yeah, but they're so expensive.
probably shops in my store.
Yeah,
That's funny.
probably. Well, except for I think he's in jail, so probably not.
Yeah,
Maybe you could get them for free. Yeah.
that's the idea.
So
but-
the reason all of this was coming up in like the ether was because somebody in New Jersey had 2 young boys, but they were older than Felix, so it wouldn't be an appropriate match anyway. But they had 2 young boys, and then one of them died, and they were like, I need to get this young boy integrated into my herd like soon, and everybody was like, nope,
Right.
like not the move. So
Because we also need to get Felix out of the lady pen
soonish.
December.
Really, December? Oh, we're gonna
6
need to
months.
start making some plans then.
Yeah.
I guess we probably should talk to Morning Beckons.
Yeah.
Well, we just texted her the other day and she never got back to us, right?
Yeah, but maybe she has no idea who we are. We can.
That,
call,
and I
like,
think
the
it was like
office.
8 o'clock on a Saturday night or something.
Yeah.
Fairly annoying. Hi, Derek. How's it going?
Yeah, we can call their office and also inquire about the emu eggs too.
Yeah.
They have a whole storefront.
Yeah, so Morning Beckons is this farm in northern Connecticut. It's in Torrington, and they have over 200 alpacas, which is just wild, and I can like barely imagine. And they also have like 3 different flock or mobs of emus. And last year we did some emu hatching from them. So
Started out really sad. Made the saddest video we've ever put out on
Yeah.
YouTube,
yeah, for sure.
and then ended up with very happiness. But then we ended up with too much to do, and so we ended up
That, and I spent 6 hours in the car driving back and forth.
a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, over like 3 weekends. Yep,
So I think I feel a little tick tick
I think that's a scab.
under his neck.
I don't.
Throw it in the fire.
I'm gonna.
No need to yell. So yeah, if we could find some free or very affordable young male alpacas, I think that would probably be the best situation. I mean, especially if they were free.
Well, and then maybe we could just split.
We totally could.
This
That
pasture.
area is way big enough that we could split.
Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
Nice to see you.
And hi,
Oh, hey, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
That must be Virginia Sean,
Oh yeah, nice.
I would imagine.
Nice fire. Yeah. Do you want to spin the camera around so everybody can see the fire?
I wonder if.
Can you go into like not selfie mode?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at that. Well, it's looking a little like blue and smoky, but
That's okay. Ooh,
confirmed by Anne that is
Yeah.
that Sean.
that's good. Yeah, so there's our little fire.
Campfire.
Yeah.
So we've been making a bunch of good progress cleaning up some different areas. Cat, are you holding a cat? Yeah, I am. And I've already had to take the inhaler twice today. So I've been holding this cat all freaking day.
Catherine is allergic to cats.
I'm highly allergic to cats.
Yes.
All right, you want to spin it back?
So anyway,
Okay. What else about pumpkins for alpacas?
well, I think it was we had a lot of people who, even though to us, and this is just my thought, to us, like hanging out with the alpacas is not like a huge deal. It's what we do all the time, and so especially after we built them like a nice buffet bar, it was nice the first day where we had them all in a line eating from their new food dishes, and so that was cool. But a lot of what we did with these people was like everyday stuff for us.
Mm-hmm.
But it was cool to see how excited people were to come in and just like hand feed alpacas. And I heard from so many people like, oh, I can't wait to do this next year.
Oh, good.
You see Natasha in the background.
Oh, that's funny.
So like
She
that.
caught a mouse like an hour ago.
And so it was just nice to get that from people, and it would be cool if we could make that like a yearly thing.
Like an event that people kind of look forward to.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
I think that would be cool.
And I think kind of anything that we can do that's like, well,
Engendering ourselves in the community.
yeah, right. Because I think if people were gonna come and like walk, like pay to walk the alpacas or whatever. Like, I think that would all be well and good. But if people can just come and be,
Right.
you know,
Well, and that's what I'm saying. So, like, so many people got such.
Christmas tree drop off. Morning Beacon collects Christmas trees because
Do alpacas do pine?
I think they do.
So we should do that.
Yeah, we should do that. The only thing about that is some people like put like bleach or other crazy
Well, yeah,
things.
it needs to be a knot.
Yeah, we need to just
treated.
be really clear that like if like some people spray like
Right.
preservative.
Yeah.
So we would just need to say like, listen, don't mess around with us on this one.
Well, maybe we could even do a pickup for some people.
Yeah, but I think part of the appeal with the pumpkins for Pacas was that we didn't have to drive
True.
all around town.
Yeah.
Because like whenever I see bubble wrap in like one of the buy nothing groups, I'm like, oh, I'll take that. But then I spend like 30 minutes in the car driving around picking up like 4 sheets of bubble wrap, and I'm like, was this worth my time?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Because I think also, and like we've said before, so at our old place, you know, we were doing our thing there for a couple of years, and we had, you know, the roadside stand, so people would stop and we would talk to people, and you know, we weren't like a huge fixture of the community, but
People knew who we were.
people knew who we were. And like here, we're kind of tucked away in the woods, so that's one of those things that can sort of put us, you know, in front of more people, which is nice, so that, you know, when we start doing things like alpaca hiking and things like that, we're not starting from square one.
Right, yeah, that's true.
So
Because I also, like, I picture when the flowers are growing, hopefully, knock on wood, you know, like having people come and be able to take pictures and like, you know, we could do like a cut your own night.
Right.
Like all those kinds of things where people could come and feel involved and connected.
Right. Do the kind of cool things about farming without having to scoop poop.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing.
So we had somebody email us a couple days ago, maybe on Monday, saying like, oh, watch you guys on YouTube, very cool. And then she said that she has a 12-year-old who really likes animals and would like to come like help us. And we said like, yeah, sure, like, you know, probably on a weekend, because unless your 12-year-old wants to come at like 6 o'clock in the morning and scoop poop with us. But like, you know, we could probably come up with a list of
12-year-old appropriate.
Yeah, farm tasks. You know, we could put down fresh bedding in all the chicken coops and pick up eggs and fill up hay feeders, stuff like that.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, so that could be fun, and I hope it happens. Oh, and one of the groups of people who came through, she's a troop master person, but for one of the girl divisions of the Boy Scouts. You know how the Boy Scouts?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, she messaged too. So she said like, I think her age group was like 10 to 13 or something like that. And she said, or maybe it was she has 13 kids in her
troop.
I can't quite remember all the details. But she said like, oh, if you can think of something that we could do that's like, because they sort of invent merit badges. Do you want to read on my phone? Mulberry Branch says, I do not recommend tree drop off. Some are toxic to ruminants and are a little hard to tell apart from the types that are okay. Better safe than sorry. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, of course.
We could have a big Christmas tree bonfire.
Yeah, that's true. Christmas trees burn like crazy. It's like 50-foot flames like out of nowhere.
How do you know that?
How do you think I know that?
Used to be trouble.
Used to be trouble.
Now she's not. Well, it's trouble in a different kind of trouble.
Like trouble in a buying hatching eggs when I'm told not to kind of trouble.
Yes.
It's like, ooh, big trouble.
Which is the perfect transition into
Toll bunt eggs.
Yeah.
Okay, so several months ago, what does it say? Mulberry Branch. Yes, or you could shake dead needles from them and use that as mulch / compost. Good for the blueberries.
And Rob said to chip them and use them as chips.
Yeah.
Which would be. I did like when we had.
Yeah, your
when
pine
you guys used,
chips. That was
cut
super
down
nice.
The pine, yeah.
Like the whole area that we're in now smelled super good.
Yes.
Like a fresh hamster cage or something. Okay,
Do
so
you need the inhaler again?
no, it's I'm stuffy from the cat. I should probably go wash my hands, but I'll be fine.
You can go wash your hands. I can talk crap about you and the 12 month eggs while you're gone.
So
Are we done with pumpkins for Bacchus?
I think so.
Okay.
A few weeks / months ago, the like breed of chicken that I had my like sights set on.
Oh, look, there's Cody. Cody just walked like a freaking ghost in the background.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
It's like when Mulberry Bridge has their. Oh yeah, wow,
Yeah.
that looks like the ghost of alpaca's past. That's so funny.
What's up, Cody?
Sketch Art 26. Hello, thank you for coming. I spy an alpaca. Yeah, that's funny. But so it reminds me of in Ashley and Mark's lives when their kids go into the fridge, kind of like behind them, but you can't see because there's like a half wall behind them. So you just like see the fridge door open and close.
Nice.
It's so funny. Yeah, thanks for coming. Oh, here, look. Better.
Help him show up.
Yeah, he's glowing.
What's up, Cody? Monarch is over here.
So yeah, we moved because the 3 boys were in a temporary fence yard, and they had underneath our chicken deck. So it was like it was plenty of space for them. They had like 3 different kind of areas to go to. But it's so much bigger and better, and I have a bunch of really cute. What is that light?
That's number 5.
Oh, looks really bright from here.
Should I turn the other light? I turned that light off. Maybe I'll turn it
Yeah, I think back on is good. Yeah, so the boys are moved, and I think it's better, and I have some cute footage of them like running around, stretching their legs. Yeah, phantom refrigerator, exactly.
Yeah, it's also nice because now we don't, well, unless we get 2 other boy alpacas, but now we don't need to build another whole section for the boys.
Yeah, that's what John is thankful for, because it takes one giant project off the must do right now list. So,
well, and also, it's more than that. It's and big props to our friend Ross, who helped us take down 2 really nasty dead widowmaker trees.
Yeah, the weather's perfect.
So it's like, he helped us out big time getting those down. And he took those down in order so that we could get the boys in there. But with all of the rocks that we have over there,
I know.
like we would have had to take out so many like huge rocks that are in the ground, and like the ground's starting to harden up. So it's one of those things where maybe in the spring when it thaws, then we can pull the rocks out of there, or we'll see what happens. But
yeah, well, it's nice to not have that project breathing down your neck.
Right.
And maybe, however we're gonna do it, spend more time taking more rocks out before the barn is built, before the fence is up.
Right. So we can really see how that space looks.
And
once we
get
take
it
all
flat and nice.
Right. Well,
cute.
if we can keep getting this fill, I was thinking we could use some of that too.
Oh, that's true. Kind of just bury the rocks and even it up a little bit. Or whatever.
Well, I was thinking more, because once we take the rocks out, that's going to affect the grade of that section, because there's going to be like some holes, but so we can use the fill to like even it out. But yeah, so it's just like you said, it's nice to know.
Oh, sorry if we just buffered.
Yeah.
We seem to be back.
Do we?